he be cropping his he be pulling his crops too early and selling himself short, looking like a damn dumbass out here in these YouTube streets, nigga. Nah, but for real, talking about do I want to meet Sharp, nigga? I don't want to meet that nigga. He ain't talking about shit. I don't want to meet him. He's selling himself short, cropping his shit too early. The nigga got all that damn charisma and don't know what to do with it. He over there on no jumper. But I don't want to talk to him because he don't want no agent. Sharp don't want no agent. He don't want nobody to put him up on no game. He don't want to be an internet superstar. That ain't what Sharp want. You know what I'm saying? When I think about Michael Jackson, I think about his brother Marlon that was born in March, and you know he was a Michael Jackson was a Virgo, and Michael Jackson was one of the biggest stars. Like you know what I'm saying? It takes somebody to make somebody, man. It takes somebody to make somebody, man. But you can't argue with a nigga like Sharp. You can't be mad at him either. I heard that folks alert. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, that folks alert interview that went down. That folks alert interview that went down. Like, was it last year when he did some interview with some dude named Kiko or something like that, and that girl, some woman, and he kept arguing with the bitch and kept wanting to go on and on with the bitch and tell some, and then in the middle of it, I don't want to answer to you. I don't want to answer you. Now he need to take that Vegas casino at 2 a.m. Sharp shit and make it the Sharp Tank type of shit. That's what he need to do. He better do something with that the same way DJ Academics out here running around making Kyle Dago shirts and selling out 40, 50 grand worth of Kyle Dago shirts. He better take that Vegas casino at 2 a.m. shit and do something with it. Cause that's pretty much the gist of him. A Vegas casino at 2 a.m. sharp. That's pretty much the gist of that nigga. He got the voice of a Vegas casino at 2 a.m. sharp. His voice reminds you of a Vegas casino at 2 a.m. sharp. It's me, Sharp. Vegas casino at 2 a.m. sharp. Church. That's what that nigga remind me of. And that's what that nigga be swinging out to. That's why he be blinging out to. That's why he be bamming out to. But that nigga ain't nobody I want to meet. No, I don't want to meet Sharp. That girl was talking about that I want to meet. I was like, no, I don't want to meet him. I just think he funny as hell. He remind me of one of my. I got 4 older brothers, and Sharp, he act just like one of my siblings. When I was saying that he act, I mean that to the T. Him and Sharp are the same to the T. He just dark skinned. My brother the same color as me. Sharp is just light skinned. That's it. That's it. Him and my brother act exactly alike. It's just he's light skinned with a different grade of hair. That's it. I'm talking about Sharp. He's light skinned with it. That's the only difference between him and one of my brothers. That's the only difference. That he's light skinned with a different grade of hair. That's literally the only difference between Fred and Sharp. That's the only difference. The only difference. So like I was like, man, that nigga acts like that's why all my comments be hidden about him. One of my comments that I made about Sharp got like 300 likes in like 2 days. I was like, cuz that nigga act just like one of my brothers. Like he act just like the nigga. Like he just like him. Like to the T. The only difference is Sharp is light skin. He got a different grade of hair. Like that's literally the only difference. That's the only difference. But that nigga crazy though. Talking about he in San Diego. Nigga, you when have you been to La Jolla, nigga? When have you been to Little Italy? You ain't no damn San Diego. Nigga, you back there in La Mesa. The Sharp know he be back there in La Mesa when he be in the San Diego area. He know he be back there in La Mesa. Sharp, he know he be back there in La Mesa. Be back there in La Mesa and shit. He know he be back there. La Mesa is like, well, actually, I'm gonna be in Carlsbad in November. I keep telling everybody I'm gonna be in San Diego. I'm actually gonna be in Carlsbad. Um, I'm supposed to be in Carlsbad for like a whole month. So yeah, I'm gonna be in Carlsbad. But nah, that nigga gonna be talking about shit. I ain't trying to meet Sharp. Sharp ain't talking about nothing. Sharp over there mad at everybody else because he been a nigga with no plan for the past 18 years. Because that's pretty much really, that's why I say you can't really go too in on guys who are pimps or who say they pimps. Because in my opinion, it really just means that you've been a man with no plan. You know, Whack 100 getting on No Jumper about 3 weeks ago talking about Sharp's a 2-bit pimp. He a 2-bit pimp. He's a 2-bit pimp. Like, he just don't know. that shit that he was kicking, every time that Whack 100 has been on No Jumper so far. Now I don't know if he's gonna do a show with Sharp, but I think he's done a show with Sharp like once, like maybe like a year ago or something. Before that shit happened on Clubhouse, because I kept telling them girls, we be talking on Clubhouse, we be talking on Bigo, we be talking, and pimpery be coming up in our conversation. You know what we think about pimps. I might have to fly out to Miami to do a podcast, because this girl, she from Texas too. She from Waco, Texas, and I've been knowing her for about 5 years now. And me and her kind of cool. We've even done a little bit of business together as far as the clothing industry. And you know, these little Shopify clothing industry, that kind of shit or whatever. And I made a little bit of money. And let's just say I paid my renter for a couple months with the little bit of shit we did together or whatever. But um yeah, like we've been talking about doing a whole podcast, and she know if she bring me on the podcast, she know I'm finna light Sharp up. That bitch know I'm about to light that nigga up. I'm finna light his ass up, bitch, and I'm gonna be looking better too. Cause I'm about to get the check from the house and shit, and do my little thing with that or whatever. Finna get my teeth whitened, but and I'm been I lost some weight and everything. About shit, I'm about to be back. I'm about to be back in my Might be stepping back in my hotel days. Sharp is in the movie that a hoe gonna get the biggest bag at the end of, nigga. Stay tuned. That nigga ain't shit. He ain't talking about nothing. But nah, I don't really compare Sharp to like Tommy Sotomayor. Nah, Tommy Sotomayor, him and Sharp. I mean, you know, Tommy Sotomayor go in on women. He go in on black women. He go in on, but I mean, Sharp don't go in on black women. He just said that one comment about black women and OnlyFans, and I mean, we talked about that shit too, and I was saying like, you know, you can't pay attention to some dude from Vegas talking about black women at all, because when I was a dancer in 2012, when I lived in Van Nuys, and then when I came back here to Texas in 2014, like, yeah, I mean, all that time, like, let me see, 2012, 2011, 2012, 13, 14. Them 4 years hanging around strippers, being a stripper myself, getting a bag, having a sugar daddy, having a sugaring situation right now. I ain't never really heard no bitch talk about going to no Vegas. And I was out there in Van Nuys. I know Sharp know where Van Nuys is at. I was out there in Van Nuys for about 9 months before I moved into Studio City and stayed there for about 6 months. And then I came back here to Texas because that's where I originally met my now ex-husband. But I originally met him in Studio City, yes. But what I'm saying is, like, that whole shit, the sharpest on talking about black women, you can't really talk about black women if you ain't really been in no space where black women are. And you know, I feel like unfortunately for black women right now, he had the pleasure of saying that shit in front of a black woman. Like the girl that was on the couch with the tattoos, he was saying that shit in front of her. And she probably just wasn't saying that because she's probably thinking that too. Like, nigga, I ain't no black bitch from no Houston, Miami, Memphis, New Orleans, time they going to no fucking Vegas to make no fucking bag, nigga. Like, bitches talking about going to Atlanta. Bitches talking about going to Houston. Bitches talking about going to Dallas. Bitches talking about going up there to Philly in the DMV area. Bitches talking about going to New York. Bitches talking about going to LA. Bitches talking about going to Ain't nobody talking about no fucking Vegas. Like, nigga, did you say you live in Vegas, nigga? Like, ain't you out here rapping? You've been rapping Vegas ever since you got on South White Underbelly. You've been rapping Vegas. You've been rapping Vegas hard. Like, what are you talking about? You live in Vegas. And you know what? It's kind of crazy because a lot of people know that Sharp live in Vegas. Like a lot of people know he live in Vegas. Like we know he live in Vegas. Like nigga, we know you live in Vegas. You know, you can talk that San Diego shit out, Carl Dago shit out. You want nigga, you live in Vegas and you been a resident of it. He got a Nevada. Sharp got a Nevada ID. He been living in Vegas for over a decade. For over a decade, real talk. He got family out there in La Mesa, San Diego. That's where the people that raised him. That's where they are at. He don't live in San Diego. He lives in Vegas. He been in Vegas, probably somewhere over there in North Vegas, for over a decade. Like nigga, we know your life, nigga. We know your life, nigga. And the way you bash women and talk shit about women, and you at this point, nigga, He claimed he not pimping no more, but yeah, he still got a problem with bitches. Like, really, to be honest, any man that claim, cause this shit gonna be funny. This shit ain't gonna be funny. This shit gonna be real. Any dude that claim that he's a pimp and that he's been a pimp all this time and I've been a pimp for 18 years. First of all, if you have been getting a bunch of money off of bitches, you ain't finna be mad at a bitch like that. On some real shit, you not finna be mad at a bitch if you really just been getting some mad money off of bitches. If you been getting mad money off of bitches, you not finna be angry at a bitch like that if you been getting mad money off bitches. He stayed in like Sharp stayed in like a townhome condominium type of little spot out there in Vegas. And you know houses are cheaper in Vegas. Oh, that's another thing. Yep, I have a real estate opportunity coming up um, next month. Actually, I got a real estate opportunity um, that requires me to. I don't know if I'm going to talk about this on YouTube because I'm starting with like a. It's like a. Well, what I got to do is I got to pay the tax liens on it, and it's a little property and I gotta fix it up. And I got a friend of mine that's gonna be working with me who's coming with some cash. I'm coming with my 10K, but he's coming with a little bit of cash flow as well. A white guy I know who's been in real estate for over 20 years. And you know how I move. I don't really move on no bullshit at all. I don't move on bullshit. I don't be making new friends out here. Um, Me and my ex-husband, we're selling a house right now that we've been living in for 9 years. Um, the house is going for around 455. It's 3,200 square feet. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really been on no bullshit. I've got some videos up on Instagram to show where I used to live. Big ass house, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, big ass deck in the backyard, big ass area in the backyard, basketball, a small little basketball court in the backyard. Even had space to put a pool back there. We wanted a pool, but my ex-husband said he didn't want to invest in that because it was too much. It's too much money on the water bill. But yeah, I mean, on some real shit, I'm about to get some things coming through, and I'm probably gonna end up having a little rental property here at the end of the day. I'm probably gonna have to invest about 30 or 40, and I'm probably gonna end up having a little rental property here, and I'm probably like rent it out for like it's a house, it's a single family home, but it's probably gonna be my own rental property in my name that I'm able to keep up my my city inspection, rules and all that, and keep it going as a rent house. Um, but anyway, yeah, I mean, shit, people are full of shit, man. People are crazy. But Sharp, you can't really be mad at people like Sharp. He out here, he been making himself look. His branding has been horrible since he's came on the scene. His branding has been bad, but he don't want to be no internet star. He got the potential to be internet star with his angry nerd looking ass, with his Vegas casino at 2 a.m. voice having ass. He been looking bad out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? And that can be all turned around if he's pointing in the right direction with his career, because he might not want to believe this is pretty much a career that he has right now, whether he's a no jumper or not. He's a YouTube enigma, and he can make a really big career out of that. But I don't know if he wants to. But anyway, yeah, man, that's my thoughts on all this shit that's been going on the internet. I heard these YouTube streets. Vegas casino at 2 a.m. Bring me a pack of goose. Like you really gotta he really gotta inflate the love hate energy that people have for him. He's got to be able to inflate that energy to blow it up and make it bigger. He ain't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? As far as PR and knowing how to market a person, he's extremely marketable. But I'm talking about himself. Sharp is extremely marketable by his damn self. He just don't want to do that. He don't want to be no internet star. He ain't trying to be no millionaire. He trying to be the low life. He's trying to be the low life that's in his blood, man. I'm trying to be the low life that's in my blood, man. I hate on these bitches at the same time. But that nigga don't know he in a movie. He's in a movie. He's in a movie where the bitch walks away with all the money. That's what you don't know, man. That's what you don't know, man. That's what you don't know, man. That nigga be on one. But yeah, man, he just selling himself all the way short. You know, those little $2,500 is at no jumper. I guess, nigga, you could be pulling in. Sharp really could be pulling in about $1 million a year. He really could. He really could. He really could be pulling in about $1 million a year. He just don't know how to utilize his own charisma for his own platform. He don't know how to utilize his own personality, his own persona, and his own charisma, and his own you know what I'm saying, his own wit, his own bliss for himself. He don't know how to do that. He don't know how to do that. And shit, it could work. He gets to interviewing the right people on his own platform. It will work. Before you know it, he'll be as big as academics. He'll be as big as Joe Budden. He'll probably be as big as the Breakfast Club. Like on some real shit, he could be that big if he'd point that energy in the right direction and be more entrepreneur. Because sitting up doing, I do my own 1099 shit, I pay my own shit, pay my own shit. That nigga is crazy, but you can't be mad at him because that shit the Whack 100 was saying, like, it make you upset when people just don't tell the truth about people. Like, I feel like it's more upsetting if nobody saw Sharp for what he's appearing to be. You know what I'm saying? It would be more upset. So it's not as upsetting when you hear people start talking and you're like, yeah, 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 that's what it is. And this nigga want to play like that ain't what it is. He want to argue with a woman every chance he get a chance. But one thing, every time he get a chance, one thing about these young ass, I'm 30. These motherfuckers out here nowadays, that's 20, 19, 23, 24, 25, 21 years. Shit. Them bitches will fucking beat Sharp ass. They will fucking jump his ass out here. Real talk. Like on some real shit. They would. These hoes ain't stupid. They know a woman. They know a man is stronger than a woman. They ain't stupid. They'll get together and jump his ass. Real talk. They will get together and jump him. Just to let a man know that women ain't out here playing these days. Real talk. Bitches out here nowadays will get your ass lit up by some hood niggas you ain't never seen before. Real talk. On some real shit. That's what. So he kind of scared out here. Sharp is kind of a. He moving like he's scared out here. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs faith. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to have a little bit of morality. But he moving out here like you don't went from being a pimp to being a scared ass nigga on a podcast. Like you really just need to just utilize your platform and just become a bigger version of Sharp. That's what he need to be concerned with. Instead of being out here trying to play both sides, you trying to be normal, you trying to sit up at the Cosmopolitan and try and sell some fat spicy. Cause you know he been moving with the spices and the white girls for over a decade. Now he been moving when the bitch move. He been purring when the bitch purr. I think been moving. I think been moving when the bitch move. Purr when the bitch purr. I think been moving when the bitch move. Purr when the bitch purr. Sway when the bitch sway. Like, ducky when the bitch duck. Like he been. That's what Sharp been doing. That's all he been doing. But anyway, he's in the movie where the hoe gonna get all the money. At the end of the movie, they gonna walk away. He gonna walk away on his dick.